Good morning, everyone. Today we're checking out a brand new video from Dead Meat, the kill count for Slugs from 1988. Now, funny thing is, I actually did check out this movie years ago. It was on Netflix, and I think it was about 2014 or so when I watched it, maybe 16? I don't remember. All I know is that it's actually a pretty interesting one. It's like frogs, but instead of frogs, it's slugs. So let's hop in and check out some man-eating slugs. Dead meat. Always
Welcome to the
good.
Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James H. Denise, and today we're looking at Slugs, an English-language Spanish film from 1988. Slugs is a movie about killer slugs.
Yep,
That's it.
see?
Oh,
That's it.
Maybe swingers? I don't know, man. There's a whole bunch of sex going on here. These ladies getting wetter than the slugs. That should come as no surprise, since Slugs was directed by Juan Piquer Simon, the guy who gave us Pieces in 1982. I adore the shot and gore of Pieces. I mean, the movie gave us Bastard. I have to
love that.
But need I remind you, Simone is this guy.
Entonces ahí las chicas queríamos que salieran con poca ropa y entonces dijeron que eso no era así, que los ensayos en el ballet se hacen con mallas y ahí, bueno, aceptamos eso.
So no wonder Slugs is also a consummate sleaze fest, slimy as snails. But the slug sleaze is more fun than the whole dismemberment thing Pieces paired with its smut. It's not naked chicks getting chopped up by a chainsaw, it's naked chicks trying to get some D. Everyone is so goddamn horny
and being consumed.
Great. And accordingly, this is probably the horniest kill count. Sorry, but it's bound to happen with this movie. At this point, the kill count offers a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But anyone who's interested in the kills is not gonna want to miss this one. The gore is fucking gnarly in the absolute best of ways. Obviously, I can't show the worst of it, the best of it, on YouTube, but check out the—
Hold on, I can actually go ahead and tell y'all about one thing. This scene—
best of ways. Obviously, want to miss this one.
Hold on.
The gore is fucking—
Right now, this scene, it happens when a guy unknowingly ate a salad that had pieces of slugs in it. And apparently slugs can hyper-regenerate in this movie, so they started consuming him from the inside until they could reach his brain, or, well, somewhere in his cranial cavity, and just started popping his eyeballs.
Gnarly, in the absolute
It's
best
good.
of ways.
That was
Obviously,
a good scene.
I can't show the worst of it, the best of it, on YouTube, but check out the movie or sacrifice $1 to our Patreon to see what I mean. We've counted kills done by— slug, damn it.
Oh.
Whew, just what I thought. A growing sponsor storm.
Yes.
Is it gonna break?
Who will it be?
It is. We have a bundle. A bundle from today's sponsor, Manscaped. We've counted kills done by sharks, birds, frogs, and one foul-mouthed turkey. But now it's time to get snuggy with it.
Thanksgiving. Alright, here we go.
The movie begins on a boat. The weather here, high chance of boobs. But in a remarkable display of restraint, a splishy splashy limits the skin to mere underboob. Instead, we start with a kill, as this kid Wayne becomes a blood jacuzzi jet beneath the surface. Great.
Damn, only a minute in.
I'll slide into a title card. The movie.
Title card.
Negative imagery slugs. Are you absolutely terrified? Also, a drunk guy named Ron Bell spends his time drinking and getting hunted down by roving gangs of youths. Dude's so pathetic, he even gets rejected by man's best friend.
You don't like my house? It ain't good enough for you, huh?
Guess the fucking porch is a better place to park her ass, pooch? Since he lives amidst garbage and sadness, he doesn't realize his basement is infected with slugs. His couch, too, apparently. I think he's getting slugged. Now we're in here with these folk, and I don't know anything about them yet, but they're hanging out at a place where they let this guy and his stash inside. So I can't really trust it.
Dude, that mustache was massive.
Married couple Mike and Kim Brady go home so they can get sexier and talk about the other couple they were just with.
Do you think Maureen's attractive?
She drinks too much.
That's not what I mean.
Can't say for certain why she's asking, but no matter. Maureen's not there, so they're gonna have to get down and dirty themselves. All the while, they're watched by peeping slugs. Oh man, they're splooging on the window. Mike Brady. Wait, that's his name? It's Mike Brady?
Yes, it's Mike Brady.
Okay, sure. We'll
all right.
The other guy
whatever you say.
Mike Brady is a health inspector, and wait, Wayne County? We near the Big D? No, actually. Slugs takes place in a fictional horny heaven known as Ashton. That Marine chick isn't impressed by it.
Another fun-filled night in Ashton.
That
Mike
makes
and
sense.
Ashton's sheriff, who hates him, have to evict someone today. But I don't know what movie this composer thinks he's working on.
That's some like happy music. Oh, and they're not just evicting anyone, they're evicting that guy we saw hop on his couch and had the slug basement. The slug
Yo,
mint.
Tim Schuster and the Royal Phil, you're giving it your all, but you may have wandered into the wrong room. To that triumphant
definitely.
score, they attempt to evict that guy from the opening, Ron Bell. Can't imagine why. To their surprise, they find he's already been evicted. Of his life, oh, look at that goop, he got slugged.
Oh,
The sight of
damn.
Ron's body gets the sheriff so mad, it turns him into Hank Hill.
I said get lost. Damn it.
That deputy Mike was called to check out a sewer problem alongside sanitation supervisor.
Sorry, I actually liked King of the Hill.
Don Palmer. Don heads down to get to the other side of Two Fort, where he sticks his hooks in a hole and pulls out. Oh, what the fuck? Should I like blurb?
That.
Vulgar. Oh, what the fuck is that thing? Then Mike
Oh,
goes to
jeez.
scope out teenagers making out in the high school parking lot. Oh yeah. Actually, he's here to pick up his wife Kim, who's a teacher, known to her students as the Wicked Bitch of the North.
You don't look anything like a wicked beach of the north to me.
I don't know, ladies.
Ouch,
You're looking wicked
but okay.
sometimes. I mean, actually, never mind the teacher stuff. Let's go to this greenhouse instead. A guy named Harold gets bitten by something.
Oh
in his-
yeah, I remember this scene. We actually see Slugs climb into his glove and he unknowingly puts it on. Then as he actually tries to use it,
glove. It
This.
causes him to knock over bottles and gas the place up like those smiling reptiles and frogs. He goes so crazy, he ends up shearing his own wrist and becoming a slapstick comedy act. Oh my god, and then the dude hacks at his wrist with a hatchet?
Oh.
Holy shit, he gonna hack it apart.
Oh,
Harold's wife
geez.
Jean arrives just in time for a stunt show fire trail that leads to a tank of gasoline that frickin' blows up their entire greenhouse. Fuck yeah, dude, what the fuck? Was that
And that's it?
practical? Oh man, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. It was practical, but they didn't blow up a full-sized, real-ass greenhouse.
But
It
that
was
would
a
make
convincing
sense.
miniature that is no less awesome. In some ways, it's even more impressive. Mike gets home to find his wife's garden infiltrated by big slugs.
there
They're
they all.
gigantic.
Yeah, you're right. Got quite a bite to him, too.
How if a slug bites someone?
I don't know, but he's living in your garden.
Gardena dentata! That slug bite
Huh?
was done with an
Oh.
oversized fake slug and a proportionally large fake finger. Gags like that and the greenhouse explosion were done by effects artist Carlo De Marchis, who also worked
He
on
does pretty
frickin'
well.
Alien and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. In fact,
Oh,
because of
that's
his
classic.
work, Slugs won a Goya for Best Special Effects, which is basically Spain's Academy Awards. Slugs is
Perfect.
Spain's equivalent to an Oscar-winning movie. Maybe that's why De Marchis had such high praise for director Juan Piquer Simón.
Piquer le sabía utilizar bien como
Was as
squeak.
good as
I mean, maybe
Spellball.
calm down. I will say though, even though the guy has said some skeevy things, a lot of his cast and crew had high praise for him and said he ran a fun set. So
And there you
do
go.
with that what you will. Mike and Kim take one of their giant garden slugs to her school, where she promptly disrobes. Careful, Kim, there might still be kids there. They give the slug to John,
It's like, oh,
her English
no.
teacher friend. I mean, her science teacher friend. He's English like his nationality.
What's this?
Dude's a fucking slug expert.
Okay,
Which,
I get what you mean.
Turning Kim on? He keeps slug samples in the name of science, then later dissects
Science.
one and lets it attack a hamster. Aw, poor little
Aw.
hamster. Let's check back in with Maureen, that chick from the bar, who's a regular Ashton alcoholic. She's so day drunk she thinks she's still a cheerleader. She lushes the afternoon away and forgets to make dinner for her husband David. In her haste to make up for it, she doesn't realize she's preparing him an enslaglada.
Here it
that
is.
eating slugs. Later, right when it's sexy o'clock, his widow Tum Tum starts to hurt. The cramps interrupt the pheromones and a nice moment when Maureen finally comes to terms with her drinking problem.
David, I'm sorry for being a bitch so much of the time.
Oh my god. Slugs has a diverse cast of
Weirdly enough, I actually never finished this movie. I don't remember where I got off. I just never got back on.
different nationalities, and most of them spoke their native languages while filming, with their lines dubbed into English later. Even the ones
That would make
speaking
sense.
English had to dub their lines later, since they usually didn't record clean audio on set. Between that and director Simone's penchant for only getting a few takes, it explains some of the line deliveries we get.
Come on, Harold.
Since David's bubble guts
That was a
are
little
these two
weird.
from Bucking, let's find some characters who can. Oh, here we go. Horny sweethearts Bobby and Donna. Oh, Bobby's got a license for that motorboat. Wow, quite the sex scene as the house around them fills with slugs. One bites
Oh,
Bobby
I
on the
remember
foot,
this scene.
which is not the worst place considering the other options here. Donna finds that out firsthand when she slips into slugs.
there
and,
it goes.
Oh my god, just rides around on these slugs butt-ass naked. Dude, you can literally see her beehole like this were the Psycho remake. Bobby turns into that guy from Troll 2 as Donna is eaten alive. He fails to escape butt naked through the window, so both of them are
Damn.
killed by the slugs, which cover the ground and Donna. Man, she's
And
just
them.
He's got blood and slugs all over. That is
Whew.
insane.
That
For
is
close-ups of
terrible.
Donna's death, they used pigskin, hoses of fake blood, and loads of real slugs. This was done separately from the shots
Oh,
with the
well,
actors,
alright.
which used fake slugs. In fact, all these special effects and real slug stuff was filmed in Spain after a 3-week shoot in upstate New York with most of the cast. They filmed in Lions Den, New York, which is in Wayne
Yeah,
County,
alright.
thus the sign, and which was procured by production supervisor Larry Ann Evans. Her feet are used in Donna's death scene when there are real slugs. Evans seemed like a really nice lady who was proud of her work getting this movie made. She was also a big contributor to the local
not a
arts
bad
community
movie.
in Lyons. So it was a bummer to hear she passed away in 2020. Rest in
Oh,
peace.
now it's
Sewerman
sad.
Don tells Mike Brady he's been finding half-eaten animals in the sewer. Even worse, through the power of maps, he explains how there used to be a toxic waste dump right next to the reservoir. That's where the
Oh,
mutant
frickin'
slugs
great.
began, hence the opening kill, and each
Mutant slugs. Come on.
mysterious death that's happened has been coming from that direction. David still has a sluggy tum, but he has to take lunch with important clients.
You're
And
not
here
getting
we
out of
go.
town until after we've all signed on the dotted line.
Haha, yes. Business! Dude, did you just fart?
You nosebleed.
during Business? How rude. David excuses himself to the bathroom, where, in a
Oh,
first
not
for an
yet.
80s businessman, he has a nosebleed that isn't from cocaine. He tries to rally and push through, but that
Here we go.
doesn't go so well. Okay, I know this looks bad, but everyone
I
please
pop
stay calm.
3, 2.
Holy fucking shit, that motherfucker's eye just blew up with worms and shit!
Oh, I love
See
that.
That was
Damn,
awesome.
that was good.
For this kill, they didn't use slugs or worms, they used elvers, juvenile eels. Other times they did use slugs, but I don't think it worked out well for the slugs or production.
They're difficult to work with.
Mike and Don are called to
Those
the restaurant
slugs.
with the owner is
You
squirming mad.
can't walk with them.
Crazy? We got no worms here.
Besides, those. David's head worms are put in a little jar for Mike, so he and Don take it to John at the high school. He says the worms are parasites that make slugs deadly and humans dead. So, wait, the slugs are just the secondary antagonists here in their own movie? This is frauds
Apparently.
all over again. All right, what are these worms called? We can just rename the movie after that.
The schistosomes are blood flukes.
Okay, never mind. Sound
A schistosome blood flukes? Is that what he said?
like a line from Heffalumps and Woozles. They realize the sewers
I
are
don't
a perfect
know.
slug breeding ground. But honestly, y'all, a shed works too. 'Cause that's where we find a bunch of slugs and another one of their victims, flesh all eaten away like...
Oh, damn.
Those slugs keep going until they make this corpse a blood blaster. Awesome. They're also in Mike's house, coming out through the faucet.
Oh.
If I had to choose between slugs and that hideous blue shag carpet, I'll be honest, it'd be a tough choice. Mike stupidly leaves his hot wife and their sluggy
I'd
home
go with
alone
the,
as he heads to
carpet.
Ashton's water supply plant. He meets with head waterman Frank Phillips, who's played by Frank Brania, a Spanish actor who was in a bunch of Sergio Leone's spaghetti westerns. He was also in some of
Nice.
its pieces, as was David's actor, Emilio Linder, who played a coroner there. Just like the sheriff, Frank don't like this fancy pants health inspector telling him what to do.
You ain't got the authority to declare happy birthday. Not in this town.
But Phillips will regret
Okay.
not listening to
With that, you can 100% tell his lines were dubbed.
Mike Brady, because his toilet's already getting slugged. Later, his secretary comes back from lunch to find him indisposed. By which I mean slugged! Look at them slugging on the
He's
bathroom
been
floor. Mike goes to the mayor
slugged!
next, interrupting him right in the middle of business. I can't do it every time, guys. I'm sorry. This movie simply has too much business!
Ah, there you go. I was about to say I can do it for you, James.
Haha, gotcha, bitch! Mike explains the
Yes, you did.
We have slugs in our water.
The skeptical mayor tests his theory. See? I told you, a snowball. There is no global warming. That's good enough for all of them.
Let us get on with our business.
With Big Water
Ah,
and
no
City
need to
Hall
say it
refusing
that
to
time.
listen to him, Mike's got no one else to turn to but high school science teachers. Hey, at least that guy can make slugs go boom.
Ooh.
Yeah, Mikey likey when slugs go boom. They decide they'll use a whole
You need
bunch
that.
of this lithium-based arsenic to take out the slugs in the sewers beneath Ashton.
Can we use this without blowing up the whole town?
Well, I hope so.
You know something? I think it's worth a try.
Wait, what? That's good enough for you, Mike? I hope so. If there's a sewer involved,
It's the only
we need
choice.
Sewerman Don, who I guess moonlights as a football coach. Maybe CTE is why he immediately agrees to go along with their plan of putting explosive poison in the town's sewer system.
Well, let's get started, partner.
Let's
Yo,
do
why
this.
everyone always eating salads in this movie? Is that what makes them all so horny?
When I do get back, how about if we get naked and
I don't know.
crazy?
Mike gets back to his sluggy.
I mean, if salads were that, then I'm pretty sure there won't be any fat people in the world. And vegans won't be so...
Yo, why everyone always eating salads in this movie? Is that what makes them all so horny?
I don't know. I mean, if salads were that, then I'm pretty sure there won't be any fat people in the world. And vegans won't be so... I don't know. I mean, if salads were that, You know, I don't have to describe anything about them. If you know a vegan, you know what I'm talking about.
House and finds it even sluggier than he left it. He tells his wife Kim it's too dangerous for her
out
to
of the
stay in the
basement.
movie, and she hugs him goodbye as she leaves for her parents' house. Meanwhile, the men are gearing up for their plan.
Their poison plan.
Because the men.
Thank you, dear. That was a good laugh. A bunch of
Get a
youths
good
are hanging
cackle.
out at a party. Oh yeah, jack-o'-lanterns. They did mention this was a Halloween party earlier. Huh. Guess this is technically a Halloween movie. No, I
no,
didn't mean you.
different
One of the
Halloween.
ladies, Pam, has to deal with a piggish boyfriend.
I said no. What's the use? All you want to do is play mind games.
He leaves her, and then she gets tackled by another guy who tries to force himself on her. Poor Pam is
that's
sobbing when
terrible.
she escapes into the sewer, which means things are only gonna get worse for her. She's killed by slugs, but hopefully she'll be remembered fondly by her
Wait,
friends
what's
and
dragging
lovers.
her off?
She's a real bitch.
God damn it. Mike, Don, and John set out to poison the sewer slugs. As John waits above the main breeding chamber, Mike and Don traverse the tunnels trying to make sure all the slugs are in the danger zone. Along the way, they electroshock a whole bunch of slugs
Ooh.
they find on... what is that, a slug slide? They finish
I
the
don't know.
sewer spelunking and find a good spot to drop a homemade bomb. They fill this chamber with trash bag meat, which creates a veritable slug pool. All of them want to head to that party. That means the
Nice.
job is finished, but on their way out, a blast of poop water sends
Oh,
Don to
no.
the slug out and turns him into a little doll. Damn, not much you can do here, Mike. Okay, except climb across that pipe like a frickin' ninja warrior.
Frickin'
Holy shit, Mike,
impressive.
that is incredible. But sadly, it's all in vain. Don's pulled underwater and turned
Oh,
into
no.
blood water as Mike scurries away on the pipe. At least he looks back
Scuttle,
to see
scuttle,
the
scuttle.
amazing effects of Don's corpse bubbling up above the surface.
Actually, maybe I did finish this movie because I am remembering these scenes.
Mike escapes out of a manhole and tells John to shove the poison into the water line. When he does, it sets off a series of fireballs
Rip
and
it and rip it.
explosions, which is awesome as hell. Yeah, it also kills the slugs. But more importantly, these explosions, yo. Wait, that one was just the greenhouse explosion again. You can't fool me. I ain't a dumbass like all these kids run
Ooh,
around.
there you go.
Especially the one who hits his head on a car. They really
Oh,
did set off
that actually
explosions
helps.
with fake slugs and lions dead. And decades later, locals were still finding them strewn about the town. The pyromaniacal plan
Oh,
works
wow.
and they saved the day. Dudes rock. Too bad Don didn't make it out alive. Feel bad for his wife. They were supposed to get naked and get crazy that night. At least Mike's hot wife is okay. That's a happy ending right there. Or is it? That's right. This ending just got slugged. How many
Bum,
bodies
bum.
became worm food? Or slug food? Let's find out and get to the...
almost done?
Yeah, I'm just wrapping up here. Let's find out and get to the numbers.
I just wanted to see if
Salad.
you were almost done.
Oh, yeah, I'm done. I can be done.
Salad.
Let's go. See you at the numbers later, I guess.
Sex salad.
There were 11 kills in
God,
Slugs,
this
with the
movie.
victims consisting of 8 men and only 3 women. That gives us this sluggy pie chart that you do not want to eat, unless you're looking to have your eyes explode. We've seen this count and gender breakdown 3 times before on this show, including recently in Hatchet. With a runtime of 89
Oh, yes,
minutes,
Hatchet.
Slugs had a kill on average every 8.09 minutes.
Not
I'll give
bad,
the Golden
not
Chainsaw
bad.
for coolest kill
better.
abso-fucking-lutely to David,
Yes,
whose head became a red
100%.
wine sluggy nova. This kill is an all-timer and earns that
Yeah, Dull Machete has to go to the guy that just plopped on his
Goya
couch.
all by itself. Dog Machete for lamest kill will go to Pam, whose death was both lame and undeserved.
Oh,
That's
never
it.
mind.
Slugs came out in 1988 and was based on a novel by Sean Hudson that our researcher Bella says has even more graphic gore and sex scenes, which like
What?
how? I'm so happy I finally got to cover this one. But
Man,
until
I don't
next
know what
time
to
on
say, James.
This has been the Kill Count. On the next.
Alright, well, that was the kill count for 1988's Slugs, and I have no opinion of what to say about, because even though I did watch that movie years before this kill count, even I barely remembered it. And, I mean, I remember some of the death, but I didn't remember them blowing up the slugs or anything like that. Then again, it's been about 8 years. Either way, let's see what will be on the docket for next week.
Next kill count.
Concerned parents of 1985, beware. There are more threats than ever waiting to corrupt the youth of America. Drugs, dirty movies,
A sandwich.
and a black-gloved killer
That was
stalking the
interesting.
streets at night, like some sort of,
Night Stalker.
Exactly. The madman responsible? Why, it's that Devil Ty West, of course. His latest
Ooh, that's a good
adventure
one.
in smut, Maxine, even has the triple X in its title. Maxine Minx is back. She's blonde, and she's taking Hollywood by storm.
Y'all should cast me in this movie.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Because I'm a star.
Star of a low-budget
That's just
horror
classic.
sequel, but hey, it worked for Leo, so it can work for her too. The only thing standing in her way is a sleazy private dick,
Say, ain't you that dirty movie actress?
a couple of meddling cops, and a serial killer. So, yeah, actually, there's a lot in her way. Maxine
Yeah,
might be the
a
weakest
whole
of the
lot,
X
actually.
trilogy, but it still features a killer cast, some Giallo-inspired goodness, and a bunch of iconic Hollywood landmarks.
It's a motel from Psycho.
It sure is. This week,
Oh,
watch
cool.
Maxine and see what all the satanic panic is about. Then on Friday, put a quarter in the slot and prep your beepers for the kill count. Only on Dead Meat.
All right. So that means next time, everyone. Ooh, it's on Max. That's awesome. Next week, everyone, we'll be hopping back into Dead Meat for the kill count for Maxine. Until then, this has been Fox, and I thank you all for watching. Peace out.